Knock this chick off the building, don't miss! The T-1000 looks really cool. I'm excited for them. I think they've done a very good job. But what people don't realize is an interesting story, a 30-year story that has developed with the T-1000 and its relationship with fighting games, specifically Killer Instinct and now NetherRealm, right? For those that don't know, there's a little character in the original KI 1994. This is 3 years after the extremely influential Terminator 2. A roster of characters was made for KI by Kevin Bayliss and creative designs across like Rare at the time. And many of those designs obviously took inspiration from several other pieces of fiction. This took inspiration from like many things in general. If anything, Killer Instinct is almost like a parody fighting game. It always has been that way since the very like get-go, between Raver Girl versus Werewolf versus Jurassic Park Dinosaur versus Buddhist Monk Ninja Man. A very tongue-in-cheek aspect to the game versus literal Mike Tyson, exactly. A very tongue-in-cheek aspect of the game that we're just going to like parody many things, which is why I always felt KI is the greatest parody game of all time. And it even did it in gameplay. But obviously Glacius, dude. Glacius is the T-1000. The visual design of what Glacius is, functional as a character, is quite literally the T-1000 in many ways. Now, I'm going to go back and show you all a little bit of that. It changes slightly between KI-1 and KI-2, with some pretty unique deviations in KI-3, or I'm sorry, Killer Instinct 2013, where Double Helix and Iron Galaxy do some pretty crazy things with Glacius in general that was different from before. But they also try to make him much more ice and liquid than he ever has been, which is a much different take of what Glacius is as a character. But where that eventually turns up in MK1 is part of that entire story. So I'm going to fire up the classic Killer Instinct, which is only available on Xbox. Yes. So, as we can tell, obviously a liquid guy that turns into liquid. Okay, already very visually similar. Granted, he doesn't look exactly like ice, even though he's supposed to be an icy dude. There's our puddle punch. We might have seen a reference to this with the T-1000. And yeah, that's pretty similar, bro. He also has this. Wait. There we go. He literally has the T-1000 giant blade, and it is a very specific input. Ugh. Glacius, for the most part, is so close to what they were going for in Terminator 2 that most of this stuff is just like reference. Outside of that, he doesn't have much else that is T-1000-ish. This is T-1000, don't do this. Hold on a second. Okay, hold up. Oh. Yeah, ba-ba-ba-boom. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah, that's the good shit. Bam! There we go. There's the good stuff. So yeah, we clearly have a very inspired character, right? That is taking things close to the T-1000, but also doing stuff fairly close to what our MK1 T-1000 does. So that he boils you. Granted, very T-1000-like, you know? Very T-1000-like. Oh yeah, it's just, and it's, well, there you go. There is the other T-1000 reference. He gives you, quite literally, the big finger. Liquid metal. Humiliation. See, that's a direct reference to the T-1000's college days before he became a polymimetic alloy and he got funky as shit in the 70s. There it is. That's the good shit. All right, all right. Boink. Oh my god, this character's so sick. Let's get an ultra for ultra's sake. It missed? It missed? Excuse me. I want the Stamper Brothers on the phone right now. Ah! My game's broken. My dude. My dude, my game's broken. I'm sitting here doing my ultra with the T-1000 and my game is broken. Oh my God. I've been stunned immediately? Ah, the shadow! Ah! Unblockable! God damn it! Oh, it's just... No! It got hit by the neutral fireball! I just want my ultra! It's doing so much damage. Dude, the next hit. What is this? What is this? Oh, God. It's round one. It's bro. It's round one. Dude, what? Knock this chick off the building. Don't miss. Ah! Not gonna miss this time. All right. Yeah. Wait for it. Yeah, the blade arms and everything. Okay, finally, we can move on. So first T-1000 reference, right? Okay, let's go to Killer Instinct 2. See how that changes. Because clearly the character is 100% inspired by the T-1000. Looks like the T-1000. Is doing several T-1000-like moves. And now, funny enough, like we see T-1000 in MK1 doing Glacius type moves. So these characters are sharing a history together already. Now this game's tricky. Damn, look at the RTX on the ground, dude. So he gets rid of his fireball. There's the lance. The lance is huge now. Look at all these friggin' in-betweens in this game. So he can do a puddle here. He can do a puddle there. Does a puddle here. Dude, they gave him big-ass hands and claws. Yeah, so he has fireball. It's fireball half circle back now. A little weird. Puddle punch looks better than ever, though. All like the liquid morphing and shit looks better than ever. There we go, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of familiarity here, but an overall huge change of his design. He goes from a mixture of like the T-1000 to a mixture of the T-1000 and Spawn, which is a choice. If you look at his face, it's extremely Spawn-like. Check this out. Oh, that's the good stuff, bro. Oh, so opener, double, manual, right? Manual double, shadow move. This is for the T-1000. We got to make it big. God damn. Look at this shit. 14 years ago. Jesus. Starts with a parry. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. So he's clearly gotten pretty far away from the T-1000 at this point, right? He's more of an ice alien now. I feel like his big creepy hands sort of just signified that. Once we got to this point, clearly some things that are referenced in the T-1000 nowadays in Mortal Kombat, it's obvious that the relationship between the T-1000 and Glacius is a little separated, but the relationship between Glacius and the modern day Mortal Kombat T-1000 is starting to get a bit closer, and that ultimately changes with the final game. Yeah, in KI 2013, Glacius got pushed a little bit further, even away from his T-1000 counterpart. The guy is straight up completely adjusted into an actual ice alien now. A lot of the elements continue over into into the T-1000 in the new Mortal Kombat. MK1 now doesn't just have Glacius with like his puddle punch and some other like identity moves even outside of the movie, because the T-1000 ain't puddle punching your ass in that movie, and he doesn't really turn into like a gloop that gloops around a whole bunch. He doesn't really do that all the time in the film. He mostly stays as like a human form sometimes outside of like the one scene, and it is very different. It is very different. So yes, he is quite a different character in this shit. So he also has this. This was a new thing that was added to Glacius in this season. He can turn into a puddle and just like warp around, change sides. Yes, he still has puddle punch, and maybe doesn't have all the visual identity from before, but the thing that blows my mind is this move. So he has this little like ice construct puddle punch thing, right? And you literally see the punch come out of the ground, you barely notice it. T-1000 doesn't have the exact move, but the T-1000 does have this move where he can do like a short, a medium, and a far, right? He has like one where he literally calls some crazy, you know, spiky bullshit on the ground, kind of bringing them closer than they ever have been before. You know, Glacius still has his own identity, and he changed more and more and more over time. But the funniest aspect is that the T-1000, which was originally Glacius being a ripoff of the T-1000, and we come back to the T-1000, comes full circle. The NRS T-1000 is more Glacius than he ever has been before. So to me, it is sort of like poetic justice. And I find it also hilarious that NRS is now pretty much making a close to Killer Instinct as possible, because they have Tusk. Conan was also in KI, his name was Tusk. And then MK comes out with their Conan, and he starts doing a very large amount of Tusk-like moves, which are clearly also inspired from Conan, but also Killer Instinct. It's confusing, but at the same point, if you're gonna play the T-1000 versus Conan in MK1, you are just about playing the closest thing to a new KI we're gonna get in the next 10 years. And at least that makes me kind of happy.